Hey everybody, good morning. Whew, S&P just did something pretty interesting. I'm gonna share it with you, and we're gonna go through it. So, anybody got a guess? That's not a VIP member that I shared. I already shared it in the VIP group. It's on the weekly chart, just to give you a little hint what it might be. What it might be. Anybody got a guess? And good morning. If you want to chat with me and make your guess on the live stream while I'm live, click the button over here. Be a subscriber. Be a subscriber to the channel. And make sure you hit the bell with the notifications so you get notified every time I go live. If YouTube thinks you'll watch it. I mean, let's be honest. And good morning, everybody. Valerie, Michael, David, Infinity, George, Craig, Larry, PD, Maurizio, Sergio, Kevin, Arturo, Jaquis. And I just skipped a whole bunch of people. Donald, Nikki, Al, Dex, Brian. Not sure how to say that name, but good morning. I don't, Taufik, maybe. Rick, AV, Rongamer, good morning. Aaron, Jason, General Rush, pleasure as always. Terrence, Laura, Chris, don't recognize your name, good morning. Jan, and other Chris that I do recognize your name. Dave, glad to see everybody. Keith, and John, and oh man, that's a name. Juvilito? Probably didn't say that right. Gary, Harry, glad to see everybody. Hannah, and no guesses, huh? No guesses what the S&P did? Nobody guessing. All right, let's jump into it. And right here we go. So here's the S&P 500 weekly chart, right? Now I created an indicator. Let's see if I can even find it. Gonna have to go to my scripts probably. I write a lot of scripts, or a lot of indicators. Let's see. I even remember what I called it. No, I don't. I don't remember what I called it. Cool. Gosh, love it. Oh, nope, that's not it. Man, right in my face. I had it on the other computer, and then it's not right here. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Anyway, so the S&P 500, I'll have to figure out where that thing went. S&P 500 made a high right here, and check out. We can just count it. I wrote an indicator to count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Red one. 10, 11, 12. 12 out of the last 13 weeks right there. 12 out of the last 13 weeks are green. The last time it did 12 out of the last 13 weeks was... Did I have an SPX one? Scroll it over. No, that's not it. That's not it. I don't believe. I don't even remember what I called it. Genius. I probably called it my indicator. That was probably what I called it. Yeah, it wasn't 2008. It was a weekly. I'll have to look. Anyway, other computer. I'll bring it back tomorrow. So we made 12 green candles out of 13. Last time that happened, I was going back through here. I was trying to find it. I was counting all these. I'm like, I just got to make an indicator. And it happened all the way back here. All the way back here. Right here. In 1985. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right there. 12 weeks in a row. That's it. That was the last time. And that one did 12 weeks in a row, all green. Pretty interesting, eh? It was fairly common back before 1985. They did it several times, like in the 70s and the 60s. But we hadn't done it again since then. Till just now. That kind of freaks me out a little bit. Doing rare things in super bullish ways. I mean, those other instances, we got more continuation, but we weren't really necessarily at all-time highs here. certainly not elevated like we are. And look at this 1985 one. Let's go back and take a look. See, back here in 1985, we kind of broke out, got some retraces, kept on going, but S&P was down in 100, not at 3,000. So these percent pullbacks were fairly sizable, really. So we did that big run there and then got a pullback. 5-6%. Well, what does 5 or 6% do for us right now? It's going to be a big number. Bigger number. 5-6%. Back to 4,600. And back to the point where we broke out above July. Wouldn't be out of the realm of possible right now. Just want to throw that out there. So anyway, big week this week, FOMC. All trading involves a substantial risk of loss. Past performance not necessarily indicative of future results. I may never get another one of these right again. I just have a habit of, pointing out stuff and it happens to come true. But my luck streak may run out eventually. This presentation is intended to be informational, educational, fun, and entertaining. It's not a recommendation to buy or sell anything. All right, don't buy any financial anything. Don't buy anything from gurus. Don't buy it. Don't do it. All right. If you desire personal financial advice, hire and consult a financial advisor. All right. That's somebody that has a fiduciary duty to give you advice based on your financial situation. That's not what I'm doing. Most of the time, somebody in my position, I can't even really find out how much money you're trading with. And S5FI still hanging out below 80. And after hanging out above 80 and getting up even into the high, up into the 90 area, I would expect it to come all the way back down to the bottom. Calendar for the week. This week, we're going to have to refresh back to this week. And not kind of benign today. FOMC starts tomorrow. We got some consumer confidence, JOLTS jobs. Not much else happening. And then the main event of the week. FOMC statement. FOMC press conference. Powell can't resist getting up in front of and talking in front of everybody. And then we have mega tech earnings coming up later in the week too. This is going to be a wild ride this week. And let me see if I can pull up the list of earnings this week. I can find the thing. Find the thing that I got the thing. That's why I couldn't find Discord. There we go. Got Discord now. And in the Trader Talk channel, the general channel, I have posted this baby right here. Check this out. Look at all these. We got AMD, Microsoft, Boeing, big movers. Big stuff has been moving. Apple, Amazon, Meta. Heck, you got the rest of Mom and Nat basically this week. Alphabet down here. And some people suggesting, Kramer among them, that maybe we should just call it the AI 5 instead of the Magnificent 7, because Apple and Tesla have not been doing so good this year. Hey, just because something hadn't been doing good, hadn't been hardly moving for a couple weeks. I already expected Tesla to drop like it did. Got it within 6 cents so far. Maybe it'll actually hit the target. We'll see what happens. So there's your week this week. FOMC coming up on Wednesday. We've got Microsoft and AMD, Alphabet before that. We've got Apple, Amazon, Meta after that, along with a host of other big potential movers. Boeing in there in the middle. MasterCard. There's some big brands that I keep up with. Keep up with the charts quite often. They show up a lot. So be cautious, all right? If you got any of those things, got positions on any of those, playing earnings. And if you want me to check the charts out, come back tomorrow. 30 minutes of awesome. And speaking of tomorrow, I am doing a show tomorrow. And a show. It's a presentation on my strategy that wins pretty much every time I've played it, 72 times in a row. If you have interest in something like that, I got a link for you. See if I can find it here. Right here. Here we go. If you want to register to come, it won't be on YouTube. I'm going to talk about it. Share the details. It's right here. Paste it into the chat. If you want to register, come see the event right here. Talk about how I've won 72 times in a row. I'm trying to go 28 more times. 100 and 0. 100 wins, 0 losses in a row with this trade. That'll be pretty sweet. Do you want to come along for the ride? Do you want to see what it's all about? Click the link, register for it, and come join me tomorrow, 3 p.m. That's what time it is. So, anyway, moving on. S&P 500. Well, made that higher high. I don't know. This not breaking out here. We popped up, made the higher high. Didn't get the run to the 1272 on Friday. Rejected. Make it. This is almost the exact same pattern that Apple did before it rolled on down. Look right here. Let's go back to the daily chart. I think it was Apple. Gotta go bigger picture. Yeah, see right here. Made that high, popped down, popped up, made that marginal higher high, right back down, up, stuck in the resistance. Has not been able to get above 195. This one may go on down. Maybe going on down. And it's just a bigger picture. And this was on a daily chart, and that SPX pattern, seeing this show up a lot. Yeah, a little 30-minute pattern there. Trying to go higher. Haven't so far. Are we going to push down? I don't know. Don't have to. We might. Got close to that head and shoulders breakout. It'd be a shame to miss it at this point. What a shame. Got really close. S5FI, like I was talking about a minute ago, has rolled off of above 80, and typically we see this roll on down. We don't usually see it. Now, there is the rare instance where we pull back a little bit and then come up here and just consolidate right there. This is kind of how I expect. This is what I kind of expected us to do as we ground out to the high. But then eventually we'll go down and poke below. So I thought we might go on a bullish run, but right now that's just not exactly what we're doing. We're pushing S&P 5 higher, but we're not really. It's not really tradable at this point. Just kind of a grind. It's very difficult and highly cautious here. NASDAQ, on the other hand, look at this down in the lower time frames here. Look at this going. This is not looking the most bullish. It's kind of looking very, very dangerous right now. That started on Wednesday last week. Lower high, lower high, lower high. We might roll this baby off. And if you're unsure what NQ1 exclamation point is, that's NASDAQ. Just divide this by 41 right here and you get QQQ. But QQQ doesn't, while it does get some overnight action, it doesn't trade 24/7 like NQ. NQ picked up at 6 p.m. yesterday, has been trading. You get this gap in here and on QQQ, but you don't get that gap right there. You see it picked up, started trading. And that's looking a little bearish. If we break down below these lows over here, this zone probably in for something deeper on big tech. RTY, there we go. Russell's doing the same sort of thing. Now, the interesting thing on Russell, when you look at the daily chart here, that looks like it did the first move down. Looks like we're working on kind of a B wave thing. That B wave may pop a higher high than what we had right here. May pop up in here and then roll on down. And it may be more evident on this chart where we came up a little shy. We needed to hit up in that 207, 208 area. Came up a little shy right there. Need that extension and then roll on down. So this may get a little more violent on Russell. Now, oil was jamming and popping last night. Opened higher, rocking up right into that resistance I've been talking about, around 78, 79, and getting a retrace. Well, kind of expected that. I actually do expect this to retrace a little deeper. That was probably it for the current move on oil. We'll probably come back down in this 74 area if we can hold that and break up again. If we hold this right in here, that'll be your load up point. Right up in here. We hit that target. Come on, highlight. There we go. Delete that. Coming right back down would be my guess. We get there. And the next time we break above, probably not coming back for a while. So now if we do break down below this zone, probably going on down. But it's looking like a potential bullish breakout there. So, yeah, I don't really care, Darren. Apple's going down more than likely. Doesn't look very bullish. You lots of people hyped up on that vision thing, but I don't see it. I don't see it pushing it higher at this point. Do you really want to wear a space helmet? I mean, I don't care how many they sold. How many they're gonna sell. Nobody's gonna use it because it looks stupid. GC needs one more push down. It's kind of grinding, popping a little bit. Needs that one more flush down in the zone. Once it does, yeah. If they had made a Vision Pro that looked like this, everybody buy the crap out of it. Everybody be using it. If it looks like a space helmet, yeah, come on. How many people are gonna wear a space helmet around? You got to have it like this. You got to have wireless power. I mean, they got more technology they got to develop. Yeah, it's a cool starting place, but you're probably like 5, 6, 7, maybe 10 generations away from it becoming commonplace. So BTC, for a long time I've held that AR is where the money is. VR is not where the money is. People have been around me for years probably have heard me say that. Bitcoin getting a nice pop, but still well below the channel. This could just be a 618 retrace. It can go as high as back up here, about 45, and still turn down again. Similar to what I was talking about on the Russell. We may see this go on down. Ethereum is not participating and looks like it's going to push on lower. DXY looks like we're going to push on up. Potentially in this 104 area, do that 618 retrace somewhere up in here. And then watch out, we may get the bigger, deeper push down, possibly as low as, mid 90s. All right. Yeah, it's not the phone. It's not a phone. But the Vision Pro, I mean, you can say whatever you want to, but I don't think I don't think people are gonna wear it around. And where's the money if people don't wear it around? Like, it's a novelty at this point. They gotta make it more every day. Like, you can carry your iPhone around. You can't wear that space helmet around. I'm just saying. And that looks like a horrible piece of junk. Biotech. Rental leasing. Nice pop. This one. There was not much in the movers list this morning. Maybe like, JT, where do you get this list? Well, it comes from the stock movers. And I've shared that before. I go to Market Chameleon, look at the pre-market movers. Grab everything that's $2 or more. And which wasn't a lot today. MSTR. Still stuck down in this zone. The aggressive buy would be above a break above that high right there. by that 515, 518 area. More conservatively on a move up through this high up here, 625. Looking for a big up, like not 800, 900, but not yet. It's not ready yet. If we can break out higher, yeah. But if Bitcoin goes down, this thing could flush on lower. Could come all the way back to this prior consolidation down here, even. SMCI keeps being ridiculous, and this is going to run out of steam eventually. Can't go exponential without paying the piper. One of these days, it's going to come back hard. Mark my words. NVIDIA going to come back hard. AMD going to come back hard. SMCI going to come back hard. When the AI bubble goes, and you may be like, well, it's not a bubble. Come on, JT. This one right here, pretty nice. If we get back above 139, possibly 149, 150. Nice little roadmap bounce. Potentially does have that gap that may prove, it proved to be a resistance there. We filled the gap and retraced. Can we get above it this time? Maybe. Hershey's. Man. Look at that. That one was rocking it. Look. Reminds me of the AMD chart, doesn't it? Look at that. Probably consolidate. Maybe push it back up to the 200 and then get another extension down. Possibly 170. Could go even deeper. Let's be honest. Does that look a lot like the AMD or like the NVIDIA and the AMD chart? Look. You see it, right? Everybody see it? See this consolidation? See that run? See that consolidation? See that run? Yeah. Well, back when did Google Glass come out? They didn't have the processing power and the communication speed. And when was the Google Glass release date? Let's see. 2014. Yeah, we're 9 years, well, 10 years now. We're 10 years in the future. It just didn't, it was before its time. So I'm just warning you. You see that, right? Everybody, does anybody not see what I'm talking about here? That was a wicked move, right? You see this, right? Everybody see it? Eventually, we're going to retrace this. It's going to be wicked. We're going to retrace that one too. See that consolidation? That pop? This pop has been wicked high. This stupid move up. We could go up to 193, possibly 213 or 231. Not saying there's not more upside, but we're going to see what happened last time. Went exponential. Consolidated for a year, almost 2 years. Wicked. It's going to be a wicked pullback. Look at that one's even doing crazy stuff. 188, probably the next upside target. AMD. 193. Man. RMC. That can't be the right one. That had to be something. Yeah, that's not moving. Must have typoed when I was typing that one in. JL doesn't have enough history to tell me anything. IPOs tend to go bearish. I don't know if that was an IPO or just a new listing on one of the exchanges. CRBP is a biopharma, biotech, medtech, pharmatech. Don't trade it. PDD going sideways. Oh, maybe we're going to retrace back to the roadmap line. Pushing lower today. Filling that gap would be sweet. We're either going to go sideways till we meet the roadmap line or break down. That's what the two arrows. I don't really expect much upside from here till we tap the roadmap line again. SNX almost to the roadmap line. Robots. Oh, right in the toilet. PBLA. Man, percent. What did they do? I don't see the $2 move. Oh, it split so much that the scale's all goofed up. There it is. 1 for 20 reverse split. Be careful. PHG, that could be fine in support at the roadmap line. If it does, it turns back above 23. We could go out to 25, 26. And ALB needs to finish flushing this move out. Supposed to cut a deal with ExxonMobil and do lithium, whatever, but anybody jumped on that one thinking that was going to be a good one. We have never broken out higher. Never did any of the bullish things that I was looking for. We've got this big downtrend we're going to have to break above before I would be interested in getting any of this. So we're going to have to break above the roadmap line, above that downtrend line, come up, make a retrace, and then go. So anyway, that's that one's rough. So my bias for the day. Like I said, if you want to come find out tomorrow, I'm going to be talking about something where I've won 72 times in a row. If that's kind of something you want to. Yeah, consumers aren't always right. Well, I mean, you know, it's kind of funny, you know. Say customer's always right, but you know sometimes the customer is not a customer that you need or you want. You know, what I do here is not necessarily for everybody. You gotta want to do this yourself, not just want the answers. And I don't know. Anyway, Wrong works on Teslas. You know, it's like, oh, I think the car should drive this way. Oh, you're not right. I mean, and that's the way it is. So anyway, if you want to come join me, I appreciate the thumbs up. I appreciate all the things. Here's the link. If you want to come join me tomorrow, you can register. And that's about it for the day. I'll have 30 minutes of awesome tomorrow. I don't have a lot to talk about this morning on this show because, well, there's not a lot moving. We do have a lot of stuff coming up later in the week. And it's going to be an interesting week. What if they say, you know what? GDP came in hot. PCE came in hot. We don't need to cut rates. We need to raise rates. Oh man, that would be rough on the reaction, right? The mental reaction on the market. Mainstream media is like, oh, we're rallying because they're going to cut rates later in the year. Does that make any sense? No. When they cut rates, that means something's wrong. That means bad things are happening in the economy. Think about it. Think about it. My interest rate chart. Let's circle back over. Look, if you've never looked at this before, look right here. Pull this on down. Look, every time they start cutting rates. Look, that was a rate freak out, and then we went right into COVID, right? Look, the interest rates, funny enough, told us we were going to have a problem before COVID hit. How was I aware? How did I make so much money during COVID? I knew it was coming. Look right here. We're breaking down on the interest rates. There's a financial problem brewing. Look, time before that. Right here. We go sideways about 150 weeks, not 150 weeks, about 150 days. We go sideways about 150 days before some sort of financial crisis takes us down. And that was the great financial crisis. The one before that, right here, .com bust. Back up, back down. Zero interest rates forever. And then we slowly raised. Market couldn't stand it. Right back to the bottom. Quickly raised. Is the market going to be able to stand it? I don't know. Or do we do this? Do they do that? And then we have an epic crash? That's the question. That's the question. I don't know. We'll find out soon enough. We're going to live through it, hopefully. And anyway, it's right there above you. 2 messages up. Right above you, Jeff. You see the message from me. It's 2 messages up. Anyway, have a great day, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. And yeah, if you want to come hang out with me, links down below in Discord. You know, market roadmap. Buy that $5. Come join me in Discord. I'll be there all day.